to this week's episode of the Real Talking Podcast with your hosts, Ash and JD.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm back.
Back again.
For you, it's just been a week at home, but for us, it's been 2 weeks. And, yeah, I had a little trip away, which I did say I was going on holiday to everyone back at home listening or watching on the YouTubes. And, yeah, it was a nice little getaway, but just felt like I haven't stopped still. Because so with the Friday, I didn't get there until late because I was working in London, and then Monday I had to head back to Birmingham, sort some stuff out for Mum, nip back home, and then back on holiday again. It was just a lot of messing around, and I've not really sat down and done nothing anyway. You know, always love to just go on the walks, take the dog out, and that anyway. So that's the one side, but yeah, it's just there was literally nothing else to do because we was on a working farm. There was literally nothing to do. The TV, oh my days, just tiny.
Yeah.
Like I get it. It's not it. The cottage thing that we was in wasn't designed for a younger couple to be in, and so they're not expecting to give a decent sized TV or at least a modern TV for people to just sit there and watch shit on the TV all day, like Netflix or whatever. So it wasn't a portable, but it was still like a little 22-inch TV, which had the old DVD slot in the side as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was absolutely horrific. And so because I took the laptop and I was streaming, I had the HDMI lead connected to it, which I was surprised it actually had the connection because it had two SCART lead, which for people at home that don't know what a SCART lead is, it's an old version of a HDMI basically. You'd have it running from your DVD or your VHS player into the TV.
Remember when your PlayStation had the Scarlet?
Yeah. God. So yeah, I had the laptop connected to it, and I was basically just still watching the laptop next to me because the TV was that small, and I'm sitting like a metre and a half away from it, and you're still struggling to see. I was oh god, I contemplated going and buying a TV just to have for when literally it was that small, and because it's not a smart TV, but we're spoiled these days, aren't we? With having all these luxuries, it's fair enough. The signal was good, so I could just cast do the hotspot of the internet from my phone. Even though they had Wi-Fi there, the password was wrong, and there was no point me asking Valerie because she wouldn't have a clue how to sort it out or anything. So yeah, I'll just from my phone to the laptop to the TV. I old schooled it a little bit for how I used to do things before smart TVs were a thing. But now, yeah, we're spoiled. You just press your Netflix button or your YouTube, and it's just all there, isn't it? It's too easy now, isn't it? So, yeah, there was that. But as I say, I'm not going to moan about that side of things because the owners aren't going to think about that. They're expecting people to be there are just going to be going on hikes and whatever around the fields, like I did with the dog. But well, there was two things that spoilt the actual venue other than the TV. The beds, now the mattress itself weren't too bad, but the pillows were just horrendous. I just couldn't get comfy, so I barely slept. And then the shower was knackered. So the water pressure was fine.
Yeah.
But the thermostat, you have your knob that you turn up and down for the temperature, that was knackered. So it was just either a hot or screaming hot shower. Now, I know for a lot of people, well, mainly women, it's fine because they just love a shower where they're just getting melted on it. But for me, it was too much. So after like the first two showers of just like barely standing underneath it, back and forth, I managed to just fuck around, grip the life out of it, and lower the temperature down. But you shouldn't have to do that.
No.
The woman was saying that the plumber got the right part, but he couldn't fix it and whatever, and this and that. Felt like going back home and getting my tools and fixing it myself, man. It's fucking, like he's got it, but he just hasn't fixed it. So I just don't know. But yeah, so the pillows and the shower, which
Well, how come you didn't buy new pillows? Because you was going to buy a new TV.
I just sort of like give up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to keep going into town because I ended up getting some wellies, uh, which again, but like because I'd left my wellies at home, the ones that I bought, they were too wide on the feet, so I would have had to have like 3 or 4 pairs of socks on to be able to walk in them normally. But I did end up going to Screwfix again anyway because I needed a charger lead for my headphones because I'd left that at home. So I went to Screwfix to get one, and then as I was in there, I saw the Black Friday sale for some new work boots. I was like, yeah, I'll grab them, £20, bargain. So I've been wearing them on the rest of the week, just going out on the walks, which was sound, on the
Mm.
mud trails and all that. They were spot on, really. But yeah, it's it's been a long week, really. But yeah, you feel like you haven't really had a
Yeah,
holiday.
because you go away to recharge, relax, recharge,
Yeah,
and to go again, but you feel like
because
you
it was the running around on the Monday that broke it up. Obviously, missed out most of Friday because I didn't get there until 11 o'clock.
right.
And I mean, to be fair, I've still had to organise jobs and that because people are asking me questions, wanting to get this and that delivered, and so I haven't properly been able to switch off. But nearly Christmas, so
That's it.
I suppose I'll have a bit of a break over Christmas. Uh, but otherwise, I've not been in touch with what's been happening in the world last week. Anyway, I don't think much has happened though, has he?
No, I think it's the usual bollocks.
Yeah, I know there's been more protests and crap going on. So because we had Remembrance Day last weekend, was it last weekend or the weekend before now?
I think it's the weekend before now. It was the
Yeah.
11th, wasn't it?
So that was it. It was the weekend of our last
Right.
visit. That's why I'm getting confused. So I know there was a lot of kicking off because people wanted to go to the memorial sites and stuff. But yeah, it's all nonsense. Again, when I've been sitting on my phone, I've seen a couple of these videos. You've probably seen them yourself, where it's this chap. He does like a hotel audit. So it's just for his own YouTube videos.
Mm.
He's got his chest like GoPro on. And he has a handheld camera as well. He keeps walking around these hotels that have got all the illegal immigrants like just locked
Yes,
up
I
in
have.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
And like everyone, the security and that are just kicking off with him. He's like, yeah, I'm just walking around, just taking some pictures. And then if anyone wants to answer a couple of questions, then I'm happy for it. But no one does. No one speaks to him, and then it's just security trying to like tell him to do one. He's like, no, but I'm allowed to be here. Like, and if the police turn up, they're just going to tell me to leave. So, what we're going to do? Just let me walk around, and then I'll go.
Mm.
So I get it. He's trying to do like a public service, but the, it's just adding fuel to the fire. Do we
Yeah,
need to see it really?
no, no. It's not happening now, and is it's just getting these views or it's all for clicks. I do know where there is one of those hotels though. Um, I don't know the name of the hotel, but it's Voice Before Island.
It's a holiday in that
Yeah,
place.
so the one by the Manor Farm pub
Yeah, yeah.
next door to them is now one of them.
All
Yeah, you see all the security guards walking around
right.
now when you
Yeah.
go for some lunch.
Well, to be fair, the Holiday Inn, it's never really been a top brand, though, has it?
No,
So
I mean you could just tell because every time you go, you see them all having cigarettes outside and the security guards then getting back in
yeah,
because they could easily run away, mate,
yeah,
then
yeah.
that's it. That which I'm sure some of them do because if you got a hotel full of immigrants and you got two people watching them, it's not hard.
No, no.
It's not hard.
But again, I know that a lot of them do have like they'll set up day trips for them. They'll take them
Mm,
out. I don't know, probably take them to Drayton Manor or something. Um, or at least that's what we're led to believe.
yeah,
Probably for training camps or something.
or or from the taxpayers' expenses, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why Birmingham City Council skins because
Yeah,
of the amount of hotels that they've set up. It was something like I don't know, 350,000 a week is what it was costing the council to
fucking
to
hell.
home all of these well, illegal
The,
immigrants.
The Birmingham City Council is just a fucking joke, though.
It always has
It
been.
always backwards.
Yeah, was it last year with the bin strikes? I know it was last year with Coventry as well, like, but I remember driving around Birmingham and because the bin men were on strike.
Yeah.
There was just mountains of bin bags everywhere, but because not everyone, but the majority of people still refuse to take the bags off to the refuse centres, the recycling centres, and that. I remember like being near the Blues ground and that, and it just stunk
Yeah.
because of all the bags of rubbish outside and that. Absolutely horrendous.
No, I don't think Birmingham City Council got anything wrong. Just yeah, I'm sure a lot of people for their local councils think the same. But you know,
We say that, like, so the mad thing where I've just been, so it was classed as Newark, Askham. It's a little village, like Newark Way,
okay,
Lincolnshire, Nottingham ways.
yeah,
I've, I was like 10 miles away from Sherwood Forest.
Robin
Um,
Hood.
yeah,
Just because like people was like, I know there's be some people that's like, why do you reference that forest? Like we know it. It's
yeah,
the one from Robin Hood.
yeah, the real life Peter Pan. Um, uh, so yeah, as you get off the A1, straight away you've got average speed cameras along all of this stretch of road, and then the little village thing that I was in as well. All fresh tarmac on the floor and all nice and clean. It lacked having bins around, but
Mm.
to be fair, it was that small of a place. You're not
Yeah.
going to have bins all over the place. So, which no hardship. I'll just carry the dog mess back to the cottage we was at. But it was just a night and day comparison. It was looked after, not just the little bit that I was in, the rest of the town where I was as well. You know, all nice and clean, no potholes anywhere or anything. So essentially, the person that's the local mayor or whatever, he's obviously living there or
Mm.
she, don't know, um, and they actually know what needs to be done and they're looking after the place. Whereas Birmingham and all that, the local mayors they just don't care.
Yeah, I got a story about Birmingham City Council. So I went over a pothole, popped my tyre, bang,
Ah, fucking
popped. So I got it. Well, I didn't get it repaired. Got a new one, and I emailed Birmingham City Council and says, or on a chat, I can't remember how it was. I popped my tyre. I want you to pay for it.
yeah, yeah.
And I went, if you can take a picture of this pothole. So what they wanted me to do is go to one of the busiest roads in Birmingham,
Mm,
stop all the traffic, take a picture of this pothole, just to go that one.
yeah.
Like fucking the mad.
It is. It's
That's
stupid.
like just
Absolutely
backwards.
stupid. Fucking.
Yeah, I'll stop all this traffic. Yeah, it's more dangerous me taking the picture.
I know. It
Fucking
is.
pricks.
They're all like it though. So I don't know if we brought it up on one of the earlier episodes, but I remember there was a chat going around counting how many pot noodles it would take to fill up potholes. And like, so he'd be like, yeah, this one was like 52 pot noodles, and it's still not full, and this and that. Fucking, a bit of a waste of money, but
Mm.
he was getting his points across. Not that it ever made a difference, but there's still been a bit of controversy from what I have seen. So Rishi sacked off that dozy fucker, the Home Secretary, where she was. I don't know what her name is. I wasn't planning on talking about it, but uh, yeah, she was coming out with stupid stuff. So there's with the homeless crisis, which is everywhere. Uh, there was a tent ban that she was trying to enforce, so the homeless people couldn't have tents.
Mm.
And any of these charities that give away free tents to the homeless as well, we're going to get fined. So within a couple of days, she got sacked. And David Cameron, former Prime Minister, he's been appointed now. Then I saw the other day, so they're always having the meetings in the Commons, like House of Commons and that. And David Cameron didn't turn up for the first one, and then uh, the last one that I saw yesterday, I think it was, um, when being asked uh, what's going to happen to help towards like homeless crisis and like the state of whatever town he was asking for. Um, Rishi didn't have anything to say, and then David Cameron in the background says nothing's going to happen because it's a shithole. And so this chap obviously had a recording and got the transcript of the conversation,
Yeah.
and everyone's face when like banged it out. It's just fucking. But no one cares though. They
No.
just don't care. I suppose the luxury of not being able to just press the Netflix on the TV this week. I've had Channel 4 on, no, E4 yesterday. Uh, E4. Um, and then there's uh, like a climate change advert that's being put on. But it's showing, obviously not real politicians, but these actors are portraying the politicians, and it's look they're just whipping off the trousers and they're showing oil stains on these big tight whities, and then they're dancing around and that. It's like while we're cycling to work, these people are
Mm.
flying to meetings and this and that. So it's true on that one side because they don't give a shit, and they don't.
Yeah.
They're happy just taking all the money. But yeah, I'm not sold into work though. I've got tools to carry, material to carry, grafts, real graft. Uh, yeah, it's
No, sorry, I was going to say,
mhm.
once you start deep in politics and everything, as we spoke about before, there just seems to be no light at the end of the tunnel. There's always something going on. I mean, 2 months ago, it was Ukraine, Russia.
And
Now it's
there's nothing being
you
said
don't
about that
you
now,
don't
is there?
hear it now, and then obviously you go back before that, it was all the healing crisis, and you know, it's just when's it just going to level out, I suppose, and just not get back to normal because I suppose there's not such thing as not having no drama going on. But
Yeah,
when we're gonna, I suppose, as a society, just be happy with everything and have someone. Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's just
yeah. I can't ever see there being a time when there's someone in charge in Parliament that we're going to be happy with.
see, I know, but I like Donald Trump for for America
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because he
He's
just
comedy gold.
and he's just I believe everything he says. So like when he was like, yeah, because I'd end the war because I'll ring up Vladimir Putin, ring
Mm.
up Zelensky and be like, nothing's happening now. And I believe, no, I genuinely believe
Because
it.
he believes what he
Yeah, yeah,
says. That's what.
and I think everyone believes what he
Yeah, yeah,
says.
yeah. Obviously there was all the scandals that were trying to take him to court over X, Y, and Z. Too many allegations on him, and as far as I know, all of them have been squashed because they're just trying to not have him back in power again,
Yeah.
aren't they?
I think for British politics, the problem is you have someone that goes to Cambridge, Oxford, and Eton College that doesn't understand real world problems, trying to tell real world problem solutions,
Mm.
which, you know, Rishi Sunak's never, I doubt he's ever walked down High Street. Do you
No,
know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, so,
but it's like when there was the fuel crisis, and then he's being pictured filling up a little like what was it, like a Picanto or a Toyota
yeah.
Aygo or something. So, well, that's not even your car for starters.
Yeah.
Well, and he's like, oh yeah, we're all in it together. Fuck
Fuck
off.
off, man. Yeah.
You're a
You're on like,
billionaire.
yeah, you're a million. You've got a like 150K job just running, just for being the prime minister. Well, I say
Yeah,
just for being the prime minister, but you don't need the money.
no.
But yeah, politics just black hole, mate. You know,
I know. I never used to get involved in any of the conversations, but I think it's sort of since you turn 30, you have to start looking into it and finding out what's going on because it does start to affect you.
yeah, no,
While we're younger and not really well, we're paying bills, but we're not thinking about the future properly, the mortgages and
mm,
whatever, and so you just don't really care. But
yeah,
now we have to, don't we?
yeah.
But it's I know I did save a picture of it because I was saying about it before. With it's another party. So obviously you've got your
Did that folk reform?
Reform UK. That's the one.
That's it.
Uh,
I've seen and heard about that one.
yeah, I don't know. They'll be on the phone somewhere anyway. But yeah, most of their policies look all right. To be fair, they seem like they want to look after the UK citizens. Like changing tax, so you've got more of a threshold and uh, sorting out interest rates and whatever. And as I say, it just seems like they're trying to make as Trump said, America great again. It's like they want to do the same for the UK. So when it gets closer to, well, when we do actually have an election, I'll properly look into it and I'll start voting then. Otherwise, the only other time that I felt like voting was when all that UKIP stuff was going on, but I still never voted for anything anyway because so I didn't pay too much attention on any of it. It's just a madness, you know. I mean, as much as I keep playing it, I'm still not winning that lottery, and it seems like it's the only way out of it. Really, is just to get into some sort of money like that.
Just a carrot dangler.
Yeah, you know, it's one day though, as the saying goes, you got to be in it to win it.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, I've missed out on everything this week. I say not that anything has happened.
It's always negative anyway, mate. As we spoke about before, but I did hear something just to get off the politics approach because, you know,
we don't want to depress everyone.
I mean,
you know, we're a real talking podcast.
Yeah. So apparently, a message has been sent from outer space to the Earth. Did you hear about that?
You know what? I slightly saw something, but I didn't actually look at any of it.
Literally, all I know is I was driving and I normally turn the radio down when it has the news bit because I fucking hate it. But I heard it, I turned it back on, and I was like, but I was trying to look for it, and I think it was on Lad Bible, but I couldn't find it myself prior to like recording. But yeah, so apparently 'cause we keep on top of the alien stuff here, mate.
Yeah. There is some stuff that I did see that I've got links saved for that I do want to actually do some research for and bring up on another episode. So stay tuned for that. Obviously not today, but at some point in the near future, we'll deep dive in it again.
That's it.
Which reminds me again, obviously we've recently just had Halloween. We're still waiting for someone else to send in their ghost stories, or if you've had any encounters of any kind, be it the extraterrestrial or ghosts or anything.
Or mysteries.
Yeah.
Mystery.
Mystery. Scooby Gang. But yeah, I don't know what episode it was now, but it's early doors. We had an episode where we was talking about our ghost experiences. So if you haven't already listened to it, I think it was like episode 5, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, it was definitely 5, 6, or 7. It's definitely one of the earliest
it wasn't number 4. I remember number 4 was
It's
more
when we
right.
used to have to really plan an episode because it didn't.
Well, yeah,
remember them ones?
We didn't have any good fans like the few people that do email and sing. But yeah, as I was getting to anyway, ghost, alien, or if you got some theories, conspiracies, or anything that you do want to send our way, then links are always in the descriptions anyway. On the YouTube, it's always bouncing around and that as well. But email us in at realtalkingpod@gmail.com and Twitter at Ash and JD. Literally, yeah, if there's anything that you ever want to send us, then feel free. And so that does lead us on to some emails from our lovely fans. Well, I'm assuming the fans are taking the time to email anyway, so there must be. Right, so we've got Carl again. He was the one who asked the poop question, wasn't he?
Poop call.
Right, so he has asked.
But didn't you ask him? No, so you asked him why he asked us that.
It was he seen it on another podcast.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's asked this time. So you have 5 minutes to hide a paperclip in your house. Then the police have got a day to find it. Where are you hiding it? Now I have seen or listened to this question being asked before, actually, but I've never actually thought about it. So what it is, you've got a paperclip, which I'm sure everyone knows what a paperclip is. Holds paper together. And you've got to find somewhere in the house, in your own home, to hide it so that the police can't find it.
Yeah.
And normally, with the questions, it's like, you win £1 million or something if they don't find it,
Right.
to try and entice you. So I've never really thought about it before, but I mean, if you can't really go for obvious places of like in light fittings and behind socket faces and stuff because they're going to check them, especially if the police are raiding your house. They already know what you do. So for me, they'd know that I'm on the tools. So they'd be checking those kind of places, wouldn't
Everyone
they?
knows you're on the tools,
Yeah.
mate.
Go cook your fries.
I've got the perfect idea though. I think I'm gonna shock you with it.
Okay. Well, for me, oh, no, I can't say though because I haven't got one. I was thinking then. Remember, like old school when we was kids, people would have those net curtains up,
Yeah.
and you have that wire that
Yeah.
hangs along. I was thinking about sliding it in there because that's basically like a long spring that's wrapped in like white plastic.
Yeah.
So I thought you could slide in there, but I don't have any nets. So what I would probably do is then where I've got the curtains.
Yes.
So obviously you've got your curtain pole, and then you've got your loops that the curtains actually go over. I'd unravel the paper clip and try and like wedge it through one of those then.
Right.
Because with my ones, it's metal loops. So if I could hide it in that, even if they were using like a metal detector, they're gonna
Yeah.
pick up the loop, aren't they?
That's a good idea. I don't think it's as good as my idea,
Go on then.
but my idea is seasonable. Fucking hell, seasonable.
Okay.
So my idea is being a Christmas tree. Take one of the bulbs.
Your little balls, yeah.
Yeah. Take the top off. Take the top of it. I don't know what the top is.
It's just the top, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the wire out. Put your paper clip. Fold it. Hang it back on the tree so it looks like a part of the bauble.
Okay.
Mate, that is top tier.
Yeah.
No, honestly,
Yeah.
that's a
So
good idea.
it works for the season that we're
And
in
it
with the
looks like
Christmas
some of
time.
them have the metal hooks anyway.
Yeah. Uh, I mean,
But you just need your Christmas tree up though, mate.
within 5 minutes, do you think you'd be able to carefully pry the lid off of the bauble
Yeah,
and
because
get it in?
some of them you can twist quite easy.
Mm,
Twist the old pressure
I don't
pull.
know. We was on about it the other week. I don't really do the
Mm,
Christmas decorations, do
nah.
I? So
So I think
yeah.
I think I've won that. I think I've completed that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if it ever did happen, we're not going to choose those places because the police would listen to this and be like, "Hang on, we've got
Yeah.
Um, I've heard all sorts though, where they say that they'll hide it, like they'll wrap it around the light bulb and then screw the light bulb
Right.
back in. But
Okay.
if you do that, depending on what light bulbs you got, they flick the light on, it'll go bang. They've tried putting them behind the socket or light switches, tried ramming them in the keyholes and stuff. But I think, if you've got a team of police coming in and they're ripping everything apart,
Yeah,
they,
because they go for everything, don't
yeah,
they?
yeah, they'll find it eventually. I mean, the easiest way would probably be, uh, I know a lot of people at home wouldn't have a bloody clue what I'm on about here now, but you have your boxing for your soil stack, which is
Yeah.
your downpipe for your toilets. Now, they run up into the loft, they do, in most houses. So if I had enough time, get into the loft, go to where that is, and just drop it down the gap. So essentially, it's inside your wall cavity.
Yes.
So they'd have to physically start making holes in the walls to be able to find it there. That would probably be
Mm,
the better place to hide it. Over that, I would like yeet it up onto your roof, like
yeah.
aim for the guttering or something.
But if you only had like no number one, if you only had like a quick like minute, like literally just a minute, I would just maybe put it on a set of keys as a key
Yeah,
chain
yeah,
and
yeah.
then just yeah. But
Mm.
yeah, I think throwing it would probably be the best, just fuck it down the drain on, on the roof.
Yeah. If you could get enough leverage, because obviously paper clips are really light, aren't they?
Mm.
So trying to just throw it up onto the roof, that's going to be fucking. But then I bet there'd be someone will be at home like, no,
Right.
that's not the game. It's going to be inside the
Yeah.
house. Yeah, it was. Yeah, just fucking. So for where I'm looking at the moment, where you've got that bit of pod in there, saying that now if you pushed it down, now it'd be beyond the washing machine, then, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, but essentially boxing like that. So you haven't got it in your kitchen, but you've got it. That's your angled bit in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
living
yeah,
room.
yeah.
So if you could get it into there, then you're laughing. Uh,
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
thanks for your email, card. It's something to think about. I mean, just off the cuff like that, I think I've won it. But yeah, let us know where you would hide it. I mean, I doubt it's going to beat my idea, but you know, try it.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
impress us.
uh, and yeah, obviously, thanks again for it. Send us any more in that you've got as well. We're open ears, always for reading as well. Right, we've got another one from Lauren as well. Uh, so this ties in similar to what we've just been saying. So we've Halloween all done, and Christmas is right around the corner. What do you love most about Christmas?
Oh, for me, it's Christmas lights. You know, when you just drive around, you see like the Christmas lights, especially when you was a kid.
Mm.
And I don't know, for me, Dad used to put us in the car and we used to drive all around looking at
It did
Christmas
used to be
lights.
like an event though, that did,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
it? You know, not that my dad ever did it, but I remember just like, going on a bike ride or whatever, you just see all the
Mm.
lights. Because I remember there was the one lad from our school, but he lived up the road, as you go up to
Oh, and he
Charlton
done the
Hall.
charity thing where you could pay to go in. Is that the one you're on about?
I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
uh, he
Is it
was
on
on
the
the
bend?
on the right
Yeah,
hand
yeah,
side
yeah.
as you're going up. There'd be all the big
Yeah.
decorations outside and that anyway. Um,
The one thing I've always wanted to do is go to America for Christmas.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't mean New York, obviously that'd be great. But you know, when you go to the suburbs and that, go all
Yeah,
and
because
all like that, yeah.
they have
That
the big houses, big front gardens to do all the proper displays, don't they?
they do. And they also have this thing where you drive your car around and you can see all these Christmas lights. I don't know what the actual what you'd actually call them, so I don't think we've got them in the UK. So you drive somewhere and they've made like it'd be like I don't know, like a 15-minute drive, but all through the drive there's like Christmas lights. So like you go through a tunnel and just full of Christmas lights.
So it's sort of like a drive through Winter Wonderland.
Yeah, yeah. So that looks pretty cool. I don't think that if we do it, but something like
I've
that. But
never heard of
no,
it.
but
So
that'd be cool to do if there was. But yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So for me, it'd be Christmas lights. What
Mm.
about you? Huh?
Uh, I mean, as an adult, it's the cooking of the dinner and having the dinner because I
Mm,
love the cooking and that anyway. Like, so yeah, that's the main thing of Christmas these days for me. It's just getting in that kitchen, have a little bit of breakfast, and then doing
yeah.
a full roast Christmas dinner. I love it. So yeah, just I know it's not always nice to feel completely stuffed that you can't eat or drink anything else, but I love it. It's just the one
Yeah.
time where it's
Yeah,
acceptable to
yeah.
just keep eating and eating until
Even though
you
you're
need to
stuck,
be
you get the
sick.
quality straight out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bit of Ferrero Rocher, whatever.
To be fair as well, good Christmas tree. Good Christmas tree as well.
So
Yeah.
in general, for you, it's the decorations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think we should bring tinsel back as a thing. I think tinsel should be a thing again. I'm waiting for that to come back around.
Well, I'll have to take you to my dad's then because they've still got the ones from like the 70s.
Fucking.
Literally.
I mean, it comes back. Everything comes back around,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's
But
gonna come back.
they still put up the literally old ones where it's the gold, red, and green ones
The
and
classic colours,
hanging from the
yeah.
ceiling.
Oh,
Fucking
the things from the ceiling
yeah,
as well,
yeah.
yeah,
All looped
yeah,
around and that lot. Fucking
yeah. Classic. That the green, gold, and red classic combo. I know a
mm,
lot of people have like the silver and blue now,
yeah, yeah.
which is not my thing. But
It just they do that just to try and keep with the feng shui of the living rooms and that, isn't it?
what's your thoughts on a white Christmas tree, Jay?
Well, again, yeah,
For me, it's
because
controversial. I don't like it.
it is, but if you pretend that it's just a green tree covered in snow, then
Hmm.
big brain thing.
I mean,
Look, it's all a part of trying to keep it in tone with. the way that your house is
Mm.
decorated, isn't it? That's what most people do it for these days. It's because there was a little phase of everyone having black trees as well, weren't there? Which I know you
Oh,
can still buy the black
yeah.
ones. But, when we was kids, everyone house, like, all the houses were painted the same. Every wall was magnolia. So a green tree with your gold, red, and
Classic.
green tinsel. It didn't look
Yeah.
out of place.
Also, let's just take a minute just to appreciate the fact that advert calendars used to run to New Year's Day.
They did, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
You'd have a Boxing Day.
inflation, yeah. So you'd have all your regular pieces. Christmas Day used to be a big piece. Then underneath, you used to have the little run there. It's New Year's Day for another big piece. Now,
Yeah.
it's just Christmas Eve. None of them even run
But
to
not
Christmas.
even have a Christmas Day one.
No, Christmas Eve. I think my one runs too.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't had an advent calendar for years. The missus bought some the other day. So they're sitting behind the TV ready to get started in a couple of weeks. But then Sunday night, I was, I don't know, we had whatever crap on the TV, and I was just flicking through TikTok, and I saw this woman advertising a cheese advent calendar.
Cheese advent calendar.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's little cheesies, crackers, some different like chutneys and whatever.
I guarantee that gets sold in M&S.
Probably does. But the main shop that was selling it was like £40, but I got it
Ooh.
for 36.
You got one?
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking hell, man. You doing
So,
alright on it?
I know, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Not been a bad year.
36. Fuck. For a calendar. Fucking hell.
£36.
Fucking
But
hell. Does he go to New Year's Day for that?
I've not got it yet.
Fucking
Because
better do.
I didn't expect it to get delivered so quick. So they tried to deliver it on Tuesday, but obviously I weren't at home. Then they've tried to deliver it this morning, and again, it was like an hour before I was getting home, pretty DPD. So they've dropped it off at the co-op, so I've got to go pick it up on my way home. Well, yeah, it's mad because, well, as a kid, the only cheese I would eat would be on a pizza. But now I'll just happily just snack on some cheese. I'm not a Baby Bell fan. No, I'll have it if it's the only cheese we've got and I really want cheese. But I'll just happily get a nice camembert or a bit of brie. I've not pushed myself out too much with getting any of like the blue cheese or anything because I know a lot of cheese. It's not necessarily the smell. The funkier it smells, the better it tastes apparently. But I do like to have a cheeky bit of Gouda from time to time. But yeah, so I would never have seen myself getting a cheese advent calendar. Looking even just 5 years ago, to be fair.
Nah.
But I'm quite partial to having like a little cheese board tea and that, like, and a couple of bit of cheese, some hams, and like meats and that, some crackers and whatever. It's quite nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. To be fair, so yeah, for the first time in years, I'll be having a little bit of chocolate and some cheese every day.
Well, cheese and chocolate.
Could be a new thing.
Could be a new thing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your email. That was from Lauren, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
we went off on a
yeah,
tangent.
yeah. But let's just take a moment to appreciate kids nowadays not having an advent calendar that runs to New Year's Day.
Yeah. I wonder if it is really much of a thing. The kids still really get advent calendars.
Yeah, they're just
I don't know.
expensive, don't they? You get all sorts. Like you got the cheese one. I even saw a Pokemon card one. So every day you get like a booster pack or a promo card or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a Christmas Eve again. Yeah, so I mean, I would just like one that runs to New Year's Day. I mean, I guarantee that costs like about 20 quid just for your standard dairy milk once runs to New Year's Day now.
Because that was the thing as well. There used to be like your good quality, reasonable price. So as you say, your dairy milks and whatever. You used to get those ones, didn't you?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't go looking out for them to be honest. But is that still the way it is, or is it just like cheap chocolate ones now or something?
No, I'll go a Nest.
Nestle.
Yeah.
Oh, so again, as when we was kids, that was a good quality of chocolate. So yeah, it's nice enough. But then what did you pay for that? What, £6 or something?
Yeah, I think it was £6 or £8.
Fucking hell. I remember they literally used to be £1.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying, mate. Like honestly, it's a New Year's Day as well. It's
And
fuck.
you think, especially
And you
like,
had games in there. You had little games
yeah,
on the
yeah,
back.
some of them, yeah.
Fucking hell.
But you think like, obviously, Apple with the Easter eggs and that, they changed the packaging so there's no plastic in them and it's all
Yeah,
fucking recyclable cardboard and stuff. But it's cheaper to make them, and yet they still charge more for
yeah.
them. Fucking inflation, ridiculous.
Also, the pain when you open an advent calendar and your chocolates fell at the bottom. But then it's like, what do you do? Do you risk opening the other like days to get it out? You can shake it, you know it's there.
No, because what I used to do is just open the bottom and then just,
Put it out.
yeah, yeah.
No, because you can see what pictures on all the other chocolates.
No, because like once you open the bottom or the top,
Yeah, because
whichever
sometimes it
way,
catches though.
yeah, but you just give it a little bit of a shake.
Mm. But then you don't know where it's falling at. Then you might fall on the floor, then you've lost it there.
How big's your floor that you're going to lose a little piece
No,
of
but I'm
chocolate?
saying, no, I mean, because it's fell on the floor, ain't it?
5 second rule, kid.
True.
Can't pick it up quick enough, then,
Yeah.
obviously be careful if there's a dog around. Dogs can't eat chocolate.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no,
Yeah.
never, never really had that issue.
I didn't know I had an issue with advent calendars then, and just into that moment. But yeah,
I
thank you.
remember, I don't know, like 18 or something, and when you hit that point when we'd left school, and
And
so
your mum stops buying you one.
to be fair, I mean, even the last time Mum got me Easter eggs, I didn't get none of them because she ate them herself. I know. So, but yeah, when we left school, and it's like, hang on, I can literally just buy whatever I want. All the stuff that I wanted that Mum and Dad couldn't afford, I've got money. I can buy whatever shit I want. So I remember, like, let's say like 18 or whatever, just buying myself a load of advent calendars and essentially going through one in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I'm an adult, I can have
Just
all
free
this
open any
chocolate.
door you wanted as well.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, once I'd started eating them, I'd open it in order, but just not on the actual day.
Yeah.
So it'd be like the 12th of December, and I've just came through you know half a fucking months of the advent calendar. Because like we're adults,
Yeah.
we don't have to have just
Don't have
one
to.
little piece a
Yeah.
day.
Don't have to play by the rules.
Yeah, so we make the rules. But yeah,
Yeah.
cheers for that. And then we've got another one from Kirsty. So, hi Ash and JD. No dating updates. So she's not back on the market yet. Well, she probably is, but nothing to report anyway.
Yeah.
So she's asked us the question: if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Right. Okay.
Um,
Is this so? Are you going? This is the thing. I suppose we should do one where we've been, so you can say I want to live there, and one where I haven't been and would like to live there.
yeah, I
Because
mean we could do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
because obviously, yeah. Let's do that. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
But if you got someone somewhere
No,
straight
I
off the
just
bat,
no. I literally I haven't, but I was just thinking.
uh, I mean for me, if it wasn't, so we're going to base it on that money's not really an object,
Yeah.
so we're not going to have to worry about that. Ireland, it's not necessarily like in Dublin. It's because it's overpopulated, like the majority of most built-up town centres and that. But when you're going out into the outskirts and that, it's beautiful. Just fields everywhere and
Mm,
that, nice and quiet in general. Um, obviously there's always the fear of like the IRA or whatever, but you can have that sort of threat anywhere in the world of something potentially going on. So you don't have to think about those bits. But yeah, just out in the sticks, nice little farm or something over there, and say if you ain't got to worry about the money or whatever, then yeah, it'd be
yeah.
sound. Because again, at least if it was Ireland as well, it's not too far to just hop on a ferry, come back and see everyone back at home and that. Uh, Otherwise, somewhere that I've always sort of fancied is Alaska.
Just in the wilderness.
Yeah, just out there.
isn't it mad? When you're young, you want to be surrounded by people, but then the older you get, you just want to just be left alone
yeah,
to a
own
degree.
company.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been looking for a long time. To be fair, like, I'm happily just fucking just doing my own thing, just sitting there, either watch whatever programs I want to watch or whatever, or just going out for a walk, just being able to do what I want and not having to worry about, oh, I've got to go see so and so, I've got to be here at this time, whatever,
Mm.
you know. But it's because I'm always busy in general anyway. So when I do get the chance to be able to switch off, I like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, if I could get off. I mean, I know I'm contradicting myself a bit from what I started off saying about the luxuries of your smart TVs and all that. So if we could incorporate that, obviously hoping that I've got a good internet connection, so I can still get onto the Netflix and all that. And yeah, just out in the sticks.
Yeah, with your home comforts, but out in the sticks.
Yeah,
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 yeah. So
yeah,
you got the best of both. You got everything that you need, technology, but you've got your own space as no one boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably do.
What about the weather though, mate?
Well,
That,
I don't mind it being cold though, do I?
yeah, but it's different, mate.
Yeah, well,
But mate, it
that's
just
that's
mate.
a part of the joy of it
uh,
then though, because if you're out in the cold for a good few hours during the day, then you've got your log fire burning for when you get back.
mate, when I went to Canada
Mm,
and I went to Niagara Falls, I remember it being -16 plus wind chill. Mate, that's fucking. It's cold.
yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to be walking around in my shorts and
Fucking.
t-shirt all the time. I did that the
No.
other morning though, not in my t-shirts, but I had my shorts, I had my boots on, and that, shorts, t-shirt, and just a hoodie. And I've got everyone, like all the locals that were there, fucking like just walking past or driving past, all looking at me like I'm fucking crazy.
Right.
And it wasn't even that cold. I mean, I think it was like 11, and it was a little bit windy, but it weren't too bad. But everyone else, when they're walking around, they've got all the North Face stuff on, the proper hiking gear and that. There's me just in a tracksuit. So yeah, I'm comfy, I'm warm, it's fine. But yeah, you just get the mad looks. Like, obviously, you're not from around here, then, but
Yeah, yeah.
but, yeah. So
So to somewhere you've been would be Ireland, and
yeah,
then somewhere you haven't been would be Alaska.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So how about yourself then?
Uh, for me, somewhere I've been would be California.
Hmm.
Not by the sea. Um, so when we went to California, we started off in San Francisco, then made our way through San Diego.
San Diego.
So it's a fair few miles. Well, as you drive and you see all these picturesque towns, like your Hallmark, little towns what would be on Hallmark movies, like
Mm,
those quaint little towns with a population of like 2,000.
yeah.
And I remember seeing this one place, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was called. And it was surrounded by mountains all around, like three sides of it.
Mm,
And then when you go up the mountain, then you look down onto it, and it just got a massive lake, and the town just goes like a circle around the lake as well.
mm,
So it was really nice. It was just a small town, but you could see the whole town like grew around the whole lake,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that the lake was the center point.
Mm.
And
Because we placed like that. When you see that sort of layout, you can imagine how it was before it all got modernised.
yes,
So it would have just been literally like little huts or
mm,
just stick tents and that, and people would be foraging and fishing out the lake and stuff. And then over the time, it started
mm,
to build and build to what it is now, and
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So
And I mean, it was just crystal blue. I mean, it was
mm,
just like the most perfect thing I've seen. I didn't go into it obviously because we was going to our next
yeah, yeah, yeah.
destination, but from my point of view, looking down from the valleys into it, it looked really nice. The weird thing I remember about that journey, I think it was like an hour or so later, you end up driving through a European town or Danish town. So I don't know why in the middle of California it's like Danish or Bavarian style town. It's strange because you like it looks European
Mm,
in California, but if if I could live anywhere now, it'd probably be um, somewhere hot. I would have to say somewhere not like Ibiza, but like a town or in an island, just so Mallorca, just somewhere like that.
But you don't want it too hot though, do you? Because like when we was in Cyprus,
No,
that was raving that was.
no, no, that's how I do want it now.
You'd want it that hot.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
just, but then you have your home comforts, you got the aircon on and everything. But
I suppose yeah, it didn't help because when we was there, the aircon in
yeah,
the one hotel you had to pay for.
and the car aircon was shit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But otherwise, yeah, when I was in Poland, we had the aircon in them rooms, and it was fucking sweet.
yeah. So now Cyprus, that so
When we
but
was there,
yeah,
the lowest it was like 50.
I went
So
there again, and he didn't seem as hot as he was. But I don't know if it was just a heat wave when we went there that one time because
it was summertime as well, though, any.
it was desert.
Mm.
But yeah, so somewhere like Ibiza for Mallorca, maybe Corfu. Corfu's an island, isn't it? Yeah. So like those Mediterranean,
Mm.
something like that. That's for me now. But away from the party scene.
Well, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we're too old for all that now.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
But then it'd be nice, like, if you get on it, like you have family come over or friends, you can go to the party scene then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so again, you're still close enough to be
Yeah.
able to just toddle down there.
That's right, yeah.
Mm.
Just imagine I just waking up, having a coffee, see the sea. That'd be
Yeah.
nice. Yeah? No?
Mm.
It's a good question. Well, they've all been good questions asked
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
But I think I did gnarly with the paper quiz. I think I fucking smashed that. Honestly, I'm so proud of myself for thinking of that idea on the spot.
Mm. I mean, saying that, you'd have, like, soon enough, you're going to have plenty of different places you'd be able to hide them and that anyway, like, different little toys and whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but, I mean, after that last one, it makes me fucking think I can't wait for my next holiday now,
Yeah.
which that's in March again.
The thing
So,
is, obviously, you don't, why? Because you've got the dog. It's hard.
yeah,
I know I've got a dog, but obviously, because she was such a big dog.
yeah, I enjoy just going, like, staycations is what they call
Mm.
them, isn't it, when you're staying within the UK.
Have you ever thought maybe getting the ferry to Ireland and taking him?
I was looking at doing it earlier on in the year, uh, but it was the accommodations were like the other side of the island. There was
Yeah.
nothing close enough for us, and it's a nightmare when you're driving. So it'd be a couple hours driving to get to the ferry. I don't know what it'd be like on the ferry, and then
Mm.
still again, it was like a 5 or 6 hour journey to where like these little houses and whatever were.
Right.
Um, I'll be honest, I only looked for like fucking 2 hours, so that's why it didn't happen. But yeah, I probably will do at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as I say, where I've just been, similar in a sense to well, the vast majority of Ireland, where it's just fields, farms, and that around.
Mm.
So yeah, that's a good thing. I'm happy just doing that,
Yeah.
going out for the big
Well,
walks.
you're right in saying that because whenever I go away, all I think about is obviously Alfie, our dog.
Mm,
And I ask my mum, because he stays at our mum's, ask for pup dates.
yeah,
It breaks my heart, to
yeah.
be honest.
But yeah, even when so the next one, that's let's say that's back in March again, and yeah, it's nothing special, just a little caravan holiday log. Well, they're all classed as lodges now, but they're just
Yeah.
modernised caravans. But yeah, that'll be the same. It'll be as soon as you exit site, I'm on the beach. So I'll be doing that again. Up in the morning, go for a little walk along the beach, me and the dog,
Mm.
and then fucking yeah, get back, chill for a bit, and then yeah, I'm just happy going out.
Yeah.
Just walks all day long. Fucking fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
So
sorry, just in reflection to the question
mm,
about where I'd like to live. So we'd be California, maybe Toy. I know San Francisco's in there, but if I had to live in a main city, San Francisco,
mm,
just because I was just reflecting, I had a good time in San. Wait, it's a shitload now. Have you seen what's happening in San Francisco,
I haven't. Huh?
mate? I don't know why. When I went, there was shitloads of homeless people. I
I know
mean,
what you're saying. Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, mate, shitloads. Like you,
Mm.
I've never. I thought it was just on the movies. You turn a corner, you're in this nice street, skyscrapers. You bang a left, just fucking tents, mate. Like fucking
It is though, and
yeah.
it's literally like a whole fucking row
But
just of tents, trolleys, like shopping carts and
Yeah.
fucking sleeping bags and all
Yeah.
sorts, any.
So basically, they changed law in California. So if you rob something under the value of $1,000,
Yeah.
it's not a felony. So basically, you don't end up doing jail time.
Yeah, they
Basically,
don't even call the police, do they?
no, no. So what people have started doing is leaving their doors, but so like like on the Jeeps, the SUVs, like the boot open.
Mm.
And what have done that is so just so if people wanted to rob the cars, they didn't smash them, the
Yeah, yeah.
windows to look for stuff.
Mm.
Because what a lot of people is doing is smashing windows and going through cars.
Yeah.
So a lot of people leaving the cars unlocked and the windows down, just so people can just go in, basically go in the car and see there's nothing worth robbing.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't. And what people have started doing,
Mm.
shops selling a chocolate bar at $1,000, but when you go to the till, you get a discount of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
nine
I
hundred
was
ninety-five dollars.
just about to bring that
Yeah,
up then, yeah.
just so when it happens, they get offended.
Because it literally is not $999, any.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So anything,
Above that sort
and
of,
yeah,
yeah,
so like 1 cent under
you
$1,000.
don't get charged.
Yeah.
And so they had these people, which I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I would do it. Just running into certain stores, robbing a handful of shit, and just running out the store knowing there's no jail time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
let's be honest, if you run into a store, take a handful of shit, run off, you're not going to be a priority for the police if it's not a felony.
No,
Fen- ugh.
felony.
Sorry, yeah, sorry today with my speech, but yeah, I always thought so. Now it I mean, it was pretty bad then in terms of the homeless people. I know they've redone it all because I think they've got a G7 or they've got something going on where there's got world leaders going there or
Mm,
our world or is it a few or is it just China? Anyway, so they've got rid of all the homeless people and put like these fancy like barricade things up.
mm.
But mate, yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's just going back on the theft thing for a sec. So before coming here, as I told you, I went just had to nip to the shop, got a new bloody smoke detector. But while I was standing at the till waiting to get served, uh, there was two of the home bargain staff that come running past me. One of them had like, the little headsets, the
Hmm.
old Britney Spears one, fucking on. They've come running past me. I didn't know what was going on because I've got my headphones on. I'm just trying to listen to my podcast or not paying attention. And so I've turned around. I've seen other people staring. So they've ran out the front. Turned out this woman had literally gone in, filled a big bag, like the bags that you get for Christmas that people just put all the stocking fillers in and that.
Yeah.
A big bag full of God knows what was in there, and just walked back out. So they've walked back out the entrance. So they've obviously seen her on the
Yeah,
cameras,
yeah.
and because I've popped my head so I can just see past the pillar in between the windows. No, yeah, I've seen them. They've literally just opened the car door, grabbed the bag. The woman's got out of the car, and I don't know what was being said, but there
Yeah.
was a bit of exchange words. And yeah, fucking, they've just walked back into the shop with the bag of the stolen stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I was just standing there
Yeah.
laughing. It's like the fucking cheek of some of
You
these people,
you saying that I saw
man.
this woman do the like fucking a grey thing. So she had a pushchair, and with pushchairs underneath you have like a little basket.
Yeah, yeah. That's where you're meant to put like your nappies and your
That's where
milk and
you,
whatever.
and trust me, nappies and milk was going in there, but it
Yeah.
was covered with a coat.
Mm,
So what she would do, like the cheap stuff, like I don't know, she'd buy like I don't know wipes, antiseptic wipes,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
89p, put them on top of the like pushchair. She brought like 4 items, but she had about 20 items in this basket and just covered it with a cup. Scanned the 4 items, 4 quid, walked off with about 30 quid's worth of stuff. Honestly,
Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I saw just
Well,
and I'm there like, whoa, because I couldn't. It's something I would want to do, but I know if I did, I'd get caught, and I'd be like, I don't want to get caught because I can afford it, but it's just
yeah,
like I'd
yeah.
want to do it just to try it, just to see
Mm,
if it's that easy. But so is the word brazen? Is that the word?
brazen, yeah.
Just so like,
So it's just big balls, isn't it?
just
Fucking,
no fucks.
yeah, yeah. It reminds me now that because I mean you see that sort of thing all the time where they like sneak a couple of things under
Yeah,
the pram, the
I
pushchair,
mean,
and that.
we've all done that thing where you go to the self checkout and you've got two Twixies and you scan them both at the same time. So one comes up.
Well, yeah, but a lot of them now because it's weighted, so you can't put it in the bag. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Uh, I remember when I was a kid, I don't even, well, yeah, they must still do it. get like the little magazines and you get like the little toys in them or whatever.
Yeah. Mate, they're like about 10 quid
I
now.
can't sound
Do you know
surprised.
those ones where
Fucking
you
hell.
had to wait every week to build like something?
Yeah,
So
because
like,
they'd always get like the first issue would be like
like,
$1.99.
and then after it went like for £5.99.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, I think they're about 10 quid now.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised. But I remember it wasn't all the time, but it would be I'd be in the trolley, and obviously you've got the seat bit for a child. Mum would give me one of those little magazines with a little toy on that in, and then I'd have to basically sit on it
Hmm.
to hide it as we got to the tills. So that would be like me as well, not associated, but a part of the theft that was going on.
Guilty by association.
Yeah. So, but times were hard when we was kids, man. Fucking, that was just something just to make me happy that I was getting for free.
Yeah.
She'd always grab like a little hand of the pick and mix, and I'd be chewing on them while we're walking around Asda and whatever.
That you know what? That was the worst thing. As a kid, I remember walking in Audi, and this is when Audi used to be really uncool to shopping. I mean, anyone over the age of 30 knows that Audi was not a place to go.
Nah.
We used to get slagged for shopping at Audi. There
Yeah,
was even
sounds
that song.
netter as well, any
Now that was alright. I used to like them. But anyway, remember that? Do you remember the song? Um,
uh,
uh,
your mama's
Mama's
got
got
no
no.
money, your daddy's on the door,
Yeah,
so she's going down to Aldi to rob a sausage roll.
that's the one. Going home with an Audi sausage roll. Yeah, the worst thing I've ever seen is Audi is grapes, and people are walking past and pinching one and
Oh,
throwing it like it's just a fucking grape.
yeah.
Fucking
I
hell,
know.
like
You
pick
literally you go to the section, it's just
just
stalks of them, innit?
yeah, like what the fuck?
Oh
No
God.
wonder they have to now. Obviously, they have the plastic covering on it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I ain't surprised they had to put that to do something about that. That was
I
fucking
know.
ridiculous.
God.
But yeah, I mean, we started off in politics. Now we're on about Audi.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. So either way, we're getting robbed.
Yeah.
No, it is though, because the prices now are just fucking
Oh,
are just as high now, aren't they?
I don't think it's cheap. I don't think Audi's a cheap alternative now.
No, no.
No.
No, so that's why, in general, I
But
still
you,
stick to Asda because I'll use
I
my
was gonna
royalty
say with
card.
your cheese board, mate, it's M&S or Waitrose, isn't it?
No, no, I'll just grab them from Asda, innit? It's yeah. Otherwise, there is a couple of online shops that I've bought cheese from as well. Um, and then the butchers for my meats.
Oh, do a good pork pie in the butcher's, don't I?
Yeah, man.
Have you ever went into M&S to do
Oh,
a shop?
not for a shop. No, I've been in like while I'm working, and just go grab like a meal deal or whatever.
Right.
But nah.
One time we went in there, sushi, 2 bottles of Coke,
Mm.
pork pie. It was like 20 quid. I was
Nah,
like,
man.
whoa, I was like, have me back.
Yeah.
Have me back, mate.
Nah, man. I couldn't do that. I remember
And
when
this was sorry, this was this was when stuff was cheap.
yeah. Nah, man. I couldn't have that. I remember when I used to have a weekend job, Quiznos subs. There was I think it was a Sainsbury's just round the corner from me. And like,
Yeah.
sometimes if I wasn't having like a free sub from the shop, basically, I'd go up there and just grab something from there. But as you walked in, as with most of them, you have like your meal deal section at the beginning, like. So
Mm.
I'd go in, I'd grab like a bottle of Coke or something. I'd crack it open while I'm walking around and just
Yeah, I
start
think
drinking it.
yeah, classic. Everyone's done
Yeah,
that.
and then just walk out with it in my hands.
I used to do that. We used to walk to I don't know what we used to do, just walk to Morrison's from the old house, which was like an half an hour walk, which so when you walked in, the Monster Energy drink was straight in.
Yeah,
Crack open one, walk in, crack open one, buy another one to put in the basket
yeah,
for the meal deal. There you go. But I think everyone there's just some stuff. There's just some stuff that it's, it's illegal, but it's in the eyes of the
yeah. It doesn't
public.
feel illegal.
It's it's acceptable.
Yeah, yeah.
We've all done
You're
it.
not frowned on.
As your, I remember one time. No, I remember one time my dad robbed some fuel.
And
Like I don't understand why we don't do it the American way, where you pay for the how much you're going to use beforehand.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So if the petrol station's not there now, it's the one up. It used to be up the pool way. This was years ago, mate.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So he filled up, filled up, just shut the fuck off.
Oh.
Okay,
But
that.
see, but again, years ago, you'd be able to get away with it.
There's no cameras and no.
Well, even if they had the cameras, it's fucking like now all of them have got like the AMPR
Yeah,
systems, haven't they? So
yeah,
as soon as you go in, your
yeah.
plane's scanned, so you can't do nothing.
It was funny because my
Uh,
dad sent my mum in there like the week after to see if there's no. Remember when shops used to do like people that stole from here?
yeah, they'd have like a picture and like
Yeah,
do not
it's
serve this
or like
person
yeah,
or
they have
whatever.
like the red just in case they've got it like on the pixel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
you know,
yeah,
good old days, eh?
yeah.
So yeah, on on that controversy, then
Yeah.
we'll call it a pod. And yeah, just a reminder, as you already know, but yeah, like, share, download, do all that jazz. Email us. I was going to say text then, but you can't text us, so I ain't giving you my phone number. To be fair, if you really wanted it, it's on some of the episodes when I've been wearing my work t-shirt, so they could get it and
Mate, you're
text.
getting pranked that. There's some geezer that's going back just to do it.
Yeah.
I might be told.
No, because people that watch would know anyway, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, just email us, Twitter, whatever. Fucking, you know what the score is.
Yeah. Also, thank you for all your emails and
Yeah, we
thank you
do
for
always appreciate it.
and all the downloads and all the streams. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Right, and we'll see you next week then. Peace.